Morning. Thought I'd record this morning. I haven't recorded in a while. It's Monday, 2nd of March. Been playing a lot of Minecraft. On days off. Just let me get in train for. So I've been up since quite early this morning. So my brain's not fully working yet, even though I probably had the equivalent of 4 to 5 cups of coffee. Been playing quite a bit of Minecraft last few weeks. I just haven't been recording. So I can't remember what I recorded last time, but I've kind of been thinking of I needed another big build project to do, or I was doing quite a lot of smaller builds. In fact, let's go there because I bet you I've not captured that. So where I am now is where the next build that I'm working on is going to be. I'm recording this on my headset instead of, I think, the last 2 videos I've recorded just the screen recording, and then I've recorded with a microphone separately. Can't remember what the reason was. I need to find my way back. Going through the tunnel. In fact, might show that. So basically, I'm thinking of building. Well, I am. The Hogwarts castle. So that's quite big. So I kind of found the perfect building environment, which is it's all the way over there. Where I started the video, but it was on the other side of a mountain, so I built this tunnel that goes straight through the mountain to get to the other side. It's nothing special, so there's a lot of mobs that are usually in here, but yeah, it goes all the way through. Off today. I did have yesterday off, but I was mainly playing Pokemon Fire Red, which I pre-ordered. I think it was about 16. Was it 16.99 or something like that? So I've been playing that. I was going to play some Minecraft yesterday, but I just didn't seem to have the enthusiasm. Yesterday it was quite a dull day outside. It was cold, it was windy, it just makes you feel just no enthusiasm whatsoever. It's just so I've been playing that since the day it came out, because obviously I played all the Pokemon games right from Pokemon Blue onwards. So I got No, it wasn't Fire Red. It was Leaf Green. I keep saying Fire Red. I got Leaf Green, which is the version I would have had. I mean, I had a Nintendo DS console, so I was playing Leaf Green on that. I think probably on the Virtual Console. Can't remember if I had it. But I obviously had a Game Boy Advance when Pokemon Leaf Green Fire Red came out, and then I would have been playing on that. Obviously, I don't have my Game Boy Advance anymore, so and then I think recently I've been just playing it emulated on a cheap emulation console. I think I might have talked about. It was about £40, and it's got all Pokemon games installed on it. It's not perfect. It, you know, doesn't give you any warning when the battery goes and stuff like that, so you have to save constantly. But it did the job. But it's a lot more comfortable playing on Switch. I've been playing it full screen. On like a probably a 42-inch TV I think I've got in the back, and it pretty much fills the entire screen. It is a bit pixelated, obviously, because it was never designed to be played on a 42-inch screen, but when you think a Game Boy Advance screen would have been a tiny, tiny, tiny little postcard of that screen, probably smaller. But I've played it handheld just then, actually it plays quite nicely handheld. So so yeah, so I wanted to start building a Hogwarts castle. So what I'd been doing, I originally was looking like a couple of reference photos online, and then what I thought, because I have Hogwarts Legacy, so I thought I'd boot into that, and then took screenshots with the camera. I actually printed screenshots of like section by section by section. So it's like I'm currently working on, I think it's the Great Hall bit, but like seriously, it's so early days. Well, I can no longer print photos off because my printer has decided to die. I've got a HP NV7130, I think. I've had it for absolute years. It's worked until now, and for some reason it's got a boot problem. I've had it before. Well, I've had a blue screen error, and then the only way to get out of it is to power off the printer and power it back on with the cable, I think, because it doesn't respond to the power button. It might do. That's been happening recently, but it normally just boots up fine, and now it's on the boot screen. The progress bar is all the way to the end. One dot is illuminated, and it just seems to be stuck in this boot loop. And I've tried everything. Tried taking the power cable out. I tried taking the cartridges out. Tried attaching the USB cable to see if I can update the firmware. Can't do that. Doesn't detect the printer because it's not booted up properly. I've like troubleshooted it online, and like there's a couple posts online, people saying they've got the same issue. But they're suggesting the same thing: take the cable out, take the power cartridges out, turn it back on, wait 30 to 60 seconds, try holding the power button, make sure the power drains out of the memory. Tried all that, nothing. Left it off for 20 minutes, left it off all last night, turned it on again this morning, still the same thing. It's like I'm not paying out for a new printer. Get it? It's worked fine up until now, it just can't boot up. Right, it's getting dark. So I can't remember what I showed around here, so I think obviously the bakery was built. I was just doing a lot of smaller side builds. So yeah, like I'm off today. What am I doing? I'm in like Tuesday till Saturday, and I'm off Sunday, Monday, I think. Don't need anything else going here. yeah, I saw it when I recorded last time. I think I had this bakery. I can't remember whether this little witch's hut thing. I think that was that. And then I built this kind of pub coffee shop thing, and then it's got like a little outside seating area, a little canopy, a little fire pit. Let's go in. Yeah, it's not 100% completed in here. Maybe put some levers on top of that. Upstairs seating area. That needs finishing. In fact, I thought that was finished. But yeah, I was like building a little town, all down this kind of pathway. That's what it looks like, obviously from behind. And then kind of got this little bit that goes underneath. That was or is going to go somewhere. Oh yeah, and then down here I built this little I don't know what you call it. The guy that makes all your tools and stuff. Masonry? Workshop? Let's go workshop. Iron workshop. That's about it out here. I've not really done anything. The bathhouse, obviously I think I showed all that, so I did all that massive tree behind it and stuff. There was like a water lift shaft thing. I've not really done much work in there. A little bit of interior stuff, but nothing. I kind of wanted to go on to something new. Hence why I chose Hogwarts. Yeah, so over there. So yeah, I'm on Pokemon Fire, just stop saying Fire, Leaf Green, and then I did want to do some redstone stuff with the track. I do need to repair the track because there's a track piece missing. Yeah, I've got as far as the cave where you use flash to get through to Lavender Town. That's where I am now. Yeah, I don't know if I last recorded it. It might have just been just after Christmas or something, but I know in January I got my autism ASD diagnosis stuff to get me on the waiting list with Psychiatry UK, so that all that has been processed. So then I got all the usual paperwork from Psychiatry UK saying, right, you need to fill in these forms, you need to have an informant report, you need to do the self-report. So I spent like a week working on that, and then that's all been submitted, so I'm on the waiting list now for that. That's roughly going to take about 6 months, I think, when I last looked at the waiting times. I still haven't heard back on my, it's absolutely ridiculous, on my ADHD diagnosis, because obviously that was, they wanted a follow-up appointment, but obviously I had the complaint, and then I had was waiting back for the copy of the recording. I eventually got that, and then I got a letter informed me about the outcome of the complaint, and there barely was any outcome. Can't remember if I ever spoke about that. But yeah, it was supposed to go to a lead clinician, and then they were supposed to determine whether I could have another follow-up appointment with a different clinician and not the clinician that I had originally, who I wasn't very happy with. So I don't know, that was last July, that appointment, how bad's still incomplete. Maybe after I have my ASD one, they'll finally shut it down. But you know, when I went back to my doctors and stuff, they were like, well, we think we should go with, obviously refer you back to Psychiatry UK for Right to Choose, because they've done all your paperwork and they've got the history, and even though you've had a really bad experience with them, and I was like, yeah, great. But I wasn't paying out for private, so I need to do some sort of pathway through here. And here we are. So basically I was going to build Hogwarts on top of this huge mountain, and then I started doing the bridge, and then basically I've been building this pathway that goes all the way up, all the way to the top, and then there is the start of it. It obviously requires so much cobblestone. Which I probably need to get some more cobblestone this morning. I've started using loads of enchanting. I've got into enchanting now, finally. I'm so slow to pick things up. But it makes your life so much easier. Yeah, so I've got this like first tower, and then this isn't to the picture. This is just what I've put in, so I'm going to build over it, I think, so you won't even see it. So I got to the top of this mountain, and then I realised, I was like, oh, it's actually not so big. So I'll be building over this, basically. So all this will exist underneath. So where am I up to now? So there's like, there's the bridge that I've come across, and then always some more. I'll have them. Yeah, so there's this tower. I'm not happy about the roof. That needs to be done in a darker colour, and then the staircase, and then this is the outside of the Great Hall. I'm not happy about them windows. Work in progress anyway. So I'm going to leave it there. It was just a quick update to show where I was up to. And I'll see you soon.